Hey, welcome back to Whitetail Garage. This weekend we're going to take a look at the engine, get it up on the stand, and start tearing into it, see what we can see, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, as well as I want to get the front end painted if I can. So there's a little bit more cleaning I have to do there. So I'll work on that as well. Also, let me catch you up on some of the cleaning that we've already done. I'll show some of that video now. All right, got her up on the stand. Hey, I just realized that these motor mount bolts that go through the shock towers, they are the right length and the right thread to replace your bell housing bolts, at least for this thick of a stand. So that worked perfectly. I was stressing. I was looking all over the garage for a bolt size that would fit, and just figured I'm going to have to give up and go to hardware store and just get some new bolts. And then I just happened to see I had the motor mount bolts up on that magnet and checked those. Turns out those work perfectly. So got that hung. So it's dinner time on a Friday night, so I'm gonna go inside, eat some dinner, and hang out with the family. But we're gonna hit it again tomorrow morning, where, like I said, we're gonna dig into this guy, take the pan off, get it cleaned up, refresh all the gaskets, and then get it painted. I'm hoping I get all that done tomorrow. We'll see. The other thing that I want to work on is starting to clean this guy up. I've gotten most of it clean. Let's just walk out there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've gotten most of this clean in here, but the steering box is still pretty nasty. All up in that corner is a little, needs some more degreasing. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'm going to have to use a brush, just straight up degreaser's not doing it. But everything on the outsides has turned out real nice. So once that dries, I'm going to be able to hit all that with some rust inhibitor. Is that what it's called? Rust Restorer is what it's called. And then I'll hit it with some chassis paint. So right here. So Rust-Oleum rust reformer is what I'm going to use. That just converts rust to a paintable surface. So that'll basically be my primer for that whole setup. Make sure it's nice and clean, and then hit it with that. And then VHT chassis paint for all under the hood. Give it that kind of satin or semi-gloss look that's supposed to have for the classic Mustang. It's the same thing I did for my 90. But anyways, so we'll jump on that tomorrow. See you guys then. All right, next morning, neighbor's doing yard work. Next morning, and what we're gonna do is dig into the engine. Got it on the stand last night. Gonna dig into the engine, see what we see. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing in here. Pistons are in great shape and look really new, so leads me to believe that this is, a well taken care of, lower mileage rebuild of some type. Everything looks to be correct. I did find something interesting, just a share. So taking the balancer off, because you can see the rubbers coming out between the pulley and the hub. So I'll get that replaced. But none of my puller kits, I've got several different puller kits in here, and none of them had the right size bolts. What it ended up being was I had some leftover exhaust like header bolts for a 302 engine, So I imagine a lot of us have these hanging around the garage, but that ended up being the perfect amount of threads. I mean, you could see it basically went all the way through, at least with this particular puller that allows that bolt to go down inside there. So that worked out well, and it pulled very easily. But yeah, just so you know, on that straight 6, that thread is the same as what's the header bolts for like a 302. So if you got those lying around in the garage, that may help you get a balancer pulled off of these. Always make sure you're getting the right puller, right? Don't use a 3-jaw on this, because what'll happen is you'll just pull the ring right off of the hub, and then you're stuck having to go get this thing anyway. So always use the right tools. All right, happy with what I'm seeing so far with the inside of the engine. Everything's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with degreasing it, getting ready for paint. So before I even put the fresh gaskets on it, I went in and just put everything back together. Even, you know, stuck the carburetor on, put the air cleaner on it. I had the sail actually came with an old distributor cap that isn't any good. It was in the trunk, so using that, because I'll cover the distributor, make sure I don't get anything down inside it. Went in and put the old plugs back in it. Put fuel lines on the fuel pump so I can degrease it. Otherwise, just kind of set everything back on it and just snugged it down enough to try and keep water from driving into those spaces, because I'm going to use just a gunk engine cleaner. So I'm going to roll this out into the driveway and start cleaning it. All right, got it all degreased and gasket surfaces cleaned up. I'm gonna start going back together with it. So here we go. Cylinder head's torqued down. Move it on. All right. Got all the engine assembled. Everything is on, with the exception of the exhaust manifold and like the pulley, carburetor, stuff like that. Exhaust manifold, I need to belt sand it. It's pretty horrible. Anyways, it's gonna get painted. Let's see. So got everything taped off. I went ahead and left the distributor in, so that way I don't have to worry about trying to stab it. I didn't pull the cam or anything, so I just leave everything the way it was when I found it. Hopefully it's all set correct. If not, I'll fiddle with it down the road. So not a big deal just to take the distributor off, take the cap off. But here's the paint I'm going to use. It is the Old Ford Blue. I'm looking for the actual part number here. Oh, Old Ford Blue. Come on, there you go. Old Ford Blue from VHT. So that's what I'm going to run on the air cleaner, balancer, and engine. All right, I think we're gonna end it there. Got the engine completely reassembled and painted. Everything is good to go. I think it's good. I probably only gonna go with one coat on this. We'll see. You guys think that's a bad idea? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. But started pulling the harness out of here, getting it ready, because the next step is replacing this apron on this side, again because of the rust. But yeah, made some good progress this weekend. Really happy about it. Really happy with the way the motor turned out and what I found on the inside. So yeah, end it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.